The top 6 fixes to build your eBay business in 2024. Let's talk about it and bang it out. Join me, shall you? What's up, everybody? My name is Ben, the Rocky Top Picker. Welcome to a brand new year. And I'm so glad you've joined me here on my channel, the Rocky Top Picker channel. And today, in the intro, as it said, I want to spend the next few moments with you talking about the top 6 fixes to build your eBay business in this brand new year. Now, this video is going to be geared towards folks that are literally brand new to reselling, but it also applies to those seasoned sellers, whether you just started last year or you've started here recently. So it kind of goes across the board. But many of you, especially seasoned resellers, is going to know what number one, where we're going to start this whole thing is consistency. You know, it's been said in videos that I've done here on this channel before, and I'll continue to say it, because reselling in a nutshell is this, ladies and gentlemen: source, list, pack, ship. Source, list, pack, and ship, and repeat. That's what we do. The process is simple, but not everybody can do it. And the reason why I say not everybody can do this is because those that are not consistent in all these activities I've just mentioned will fail. They let themselves down because the failure of being consistent. Now, here's the interesting thing. We celebrate New Year's. It's a time of renewal, time to get a fresh start, time to start doing things differently than last year. But I beg to differ this, because to me, every time that sun comes up into a new day, that is a new opportunity to begin new. So a lot of folks just put things off until, oh, that's going to be next year's resolution. You can excuse yourself to the poorhouse, or you can get your butt busy and start making a difference for you and your family. Start earning extra money. And I don't care if you want to earn an extra $100 a week. How would that change your life? If you're brand new, you're watching this video and you've not even started reselling, ask yourself this question: could an extra $100 a week change your life? It did mine. I remember the first $100 that I made in a week on eBay many, many years ago. It excited me to no end. You know, you have to have a goal, and I've put out videos about goals, but what motivates you? Well, I'll tell you what motivates me: making money. Now, money is not the most important thing there is, but it ranks up there with oxygen. So you need to have a goal, you need to have the drive to get there, and you need to be consistent. Now, let's start with sourcing. You know, everything is based on making a schedule for yourself. For those of you that have children that play sports, you have a schedule, don't you? Oh, we got to get Tommy to his basketball practice at 4:30, and then we got to drop off Sarah for cheerleading practice at 5 o'clock. Hey man, you schedule those in, schedule in time to list every day. And whether it's an hour or 2 hours, whatever you can afford to give, pencil it into your daily routine. This will help you be consistent. When you're sourcing, it's good to have a schedule. Listing, it's good to have the schedule. Put packing on your schedule. You know, spend proper amount of time when packing your items, and we're going to get to that in just a little bit later. But shipping is the same way, and we're going to cover that a little bit later down in this list. But set time aside to list daily. Whether it's 5 items a day, 10 items a day, or 20 items a day. You may only want to list 5 days a week. You may want to list 7 days a week. You may feel like right now you may not have time to list at all. Go back and watch this video right here. If you have a full-time job, a 9-to-5 job, and you've got a lot going on after you get off work, you want to check out this video where I talk about building your draft bank and scheduling your listings through the eBay platform to go live for you. So go check out that video. I promise it won't be a waste of your time. Let's get on to number 2. Offer returns. You know, I know quite a few sellers that they don't offer any returns whatsoever. It is a waste of your time if you think you're going to sell something on eBay and if for whatever reason the buyer don't like it. Trust me, eBay will override your policy of no returns, and you will still get that item back, and you will still have to refund that customer. So to me, having no return policy is a waste of time. Plus, it hurts you in search results when you have a person looking for a specific item, let's say, and there's dozens of the same item that you have, but all the other people have 30-day returns, free returns, and then yours says no returns. Who are they going to have more confidence in buying from? Exactly. Offer a 30-day return. Now, you don't have to do free returns. You can create your store policy where buyer pays for returns. But I think that is so key, folks, when you're building eBay, is that you've got to think like the buyer. Think, you know, would you buy from somebody and spend it, let's say it's a high ticket item for $100. Would you buy a $100 item off of somebody on eBay if they say no returns? No, that would be stupid. So I would offer at minimum a 30-day return. Buyer pays for returns. Let's move on to number 3. Customer service. Now this is a biggie. Big factor towards your account health with eBay. Answer the buyer's questions quickly. You know, I hear conversations all the time and where they get buyer questions, and I know this. I know a lot of them are stupid and they tick you off, and just you don't want to answer just despite how stupid the question is. But here's the facts of life. We are in a customer service business. That's an integral part of what you are offering the public through eBay. So you must answer the buyer questions quickly. I try to answer mine within an hour or two of receiving it. I get a notification on my phone when a question is submitted. If your work schedule allows you to have notifications pop on your phone. And sorry for the phone call interruption. I forgot to mute my phone, but that was my good friend Corey of Grams and Pops Vintage right here on YouTube. If you've not checked out their channel, go over there and check them out. Grams and Pops Vintage there on YouTube, and their eBay store as well. But getting back to customer service, guys, some of you may be doing these things that I'm fixing to mention, but a part of giving customer confidence boosts is have a store. There might be some of you that don't have an eBay store set up. With having an eBay store, there are obvious benefits to doing that. It allows you to have sales, issue coupons to buyers, especially repeat customers. That further increases the confidence with your buyers to your store, your product, your service. So you may want to consider looking at the different subscription levels of starting an eBay store this year. It's a good idea because you do have a lot of benefits in doing that. You do tend to have more exposure when you have a store. You have more exposure when you become a top-rated seller. So all that kind of works in conjunction. It works together. So it's a good idea. Think about it. Number 4, shipping accountability. Bottom line, ship on time. or whatever your store policy states, you know, whether you ship 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, or maybe even 5 day, which I think 5 days is way too long. You have to think of it like this. When you're really wanting something and you're wanting it quick, whether you're shopping on Amazon or any other retail outlet, online or brick and mortar, when you get in your mind that you want something, you want it now. We live in a want it now society. Well, your buyers think that too lots of times. So my suggestion to help improve your results in this new year is, if you haven't done so, change your shipping time to 1 day shipping. Now, I understand not everybody has that schedule that will allow them to do next day shipping, especially if you're working a full-time job. I get it. At the most, I would recommend 2 day shipping. Now, the reason why I can confidently say going to 1 day turnaround is the best is because of your feedback from your buyers. When you look at my feedback, it's consistently stating that the item arrived quickly. Customers pay attention to how quick they get their stuff. So if you can at all possible, flip to 1 day, next day shipping, or the most do a 2 day shipping scenario. It will help you out. It will help your customers out. The next item, it kind of goes into shipping accountability, is pack all your items properly. Don't be sending stuff in cereal boxes or empty laundry detergent boxes. You know, that is an image of you and your business that customer receives. If they received it wrapped in a garbage bag with duct tape, are you going to be upset if you received a package from somebody like that? Sure, especially if you don't know who that person really is that you just bought from, like here on eBay. Be professional. This is going to cause you to spend money. I like to say invest money. A lot of you will go digging through dumpsters for shipping material before you order boxes and bubble wrap. You might save a little money, but in the long term of how it gives off an image of you and your business, it will hurt you. Cutting corners never works. So invest in your business by going to Amazon. There's the Boxery. There's lots of outlets online that sells nice shipping boxes on different grade levels at affordable prices. It's an expense. You get to write that off on your taxes anyway, so look at it as a tax deduction. So buy professional looking boxes. Bubble wrap from Bubble Boy. That's where I get all my bubble wrap from. They also sell packing tape. So if you've not been turned on to Bubble Boy, go check out their website. Plenty of options there as far as bubble wrap and packing tape. Highly recommend them. Even though they don't sponsor this channel, I've been a user of them for quite some time, and I'm 100% satisfied. Plus, when you get down to very little bubble wrap and you need it quick, they usually get it to you within 48 hours and it's at your door. Fast shipping. Remember, turnaround is huge in this business. You know, another thing too, if you ship a lot of breakables like glassware and things like that, take more time with those items. And what I like to do is I like to kind of overpack those items. You know, I might take a piece of glassware and I may wrap that thing 10 times in bubble wrap and then put another sheet over it once it's in the box. Overpacking is going to save any possible damage. Not saying it won't still get damaged, because, you know, USPS is, they just kind of throw that stuff around like footballs most times, but that's all the more reason why you should overpack your items, to protect the item for your buyer, and you'll least likely get a return that way. So you'll see a difference in your feedback if you take that special time in professionally packing your item and sending it in professional, clean looking boxwares. Number 5, be a better buyer. We're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. We'll still be guilty of it from time to time. You'll make bad buys. That is just the nature of this game that we're playing. You can't kick yourself in the butt over it. So don't, if you make a bad buy or you had in this past year, blow it off. Focus on getting better on your purchases. This comes with having time put into sourcing and experience. You'll get there. But the biggest thing is you need to get out there and get some time scheduled to do your sourcing to keep your inventory fresh. Comp out as much as you can, and what I mean by comp out, if those of you watching that are not familiar with that term, is when you're looking at an item in a store. Let's say you pull up your eBay app and you type in the description of the item and you look at what all is currently for sale. You go up to the filter button and select sold, and you look at the sold figures in the eBay app on your phone, and pay attention to the sold dates. You know, if you're looking at an item right now and it's showing you a sold for $50, and you go look on the eBay and you look at those comps, pay attention to the sold date. It may have brought $50 6 months ago. That doesn't mean that it'll bring $50 today. So when you're comping those items, pay attention to the sold dates. You want to find the most current, closest date of which we are in, and technically stay around that figure. I mean, you can actually go highball if you want, but you risk that thing setting in your store. So always pay attention to the sold dates, not just the sold prices. And number 6, to round this whole thing out, is get organized and stay that way. You know, right now we're in the month of January. January and February for most places across the country no longer have yard sales going on or garage sales. The weather's cold, rainy, snow on the ground, so you can spend a lot more time indoors. So if you've got a mess in your workspace, clean it up. And I've done a video here on this channel about having a clean workspace. You want to go check that out as well. But clean up your workspaces, get organized. A cluttered space is a cluttered mind. Get your inventory organized. If you don't have an inventory system, get one implemented. It will save you time and money. Time, because when you sell an item, you can look on the item SKU when you list it, drop in the location of where that item is in the item SKU on your listing. You can go right to it when you're pulling what's sold. And 3, you'll be able to find the item. How many of you have sold something and couldn't find it, so you had to go back and cancel the sale? That will go against your account when you do that. Now, a lot of sellers have been doing this. Rather than messaging the buyer that you can't find it or you're out of stock, they explain that to the buyer. Hey, listen, I don't have this item right now. Can I let you pick something else and I'll send it out to you? Well, it has been stated in some other YouTube videos directed in eBay that if they review that or eBay sees that in those text messages logs, that can still go against you. That's not recommended that you abuse that. So I would be careful when trying to go that route to supplement from having a canceled sale on your account, because if anybody at eBay catches wind of that and sees that in your text messages, they could hold that against you anyway. So just my opinion there. Be very careful. But if you're organized with your inventory, you should never ever have to worry about canceling a sale to begin with. Well, I hope that you had found some of these 6 items, these fixes that you can implement into your business in this brand new year here on eBay. I hope you found it to be helpful. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up, like this video. If you enjoy this kind of content, leave me a comment down below if there's some other changes that you have made or you're going to make in this brand new year to your business that's going to help you reach your goals. Let me know down in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. That validates what I'm doing. I am on the right track, and it helps out the channel. And I appreciate all my subscribers here on Rocky Top, and I cannot wait to see more of you right back here on good old Rocky Top. Let's go get some bangers, baby! Yeah!